I figured that's what that was.
No, but
Okay, so we're gonna teach you how to eye this real quick.
That eye sucks. I realized that after throwing it.
That eye is very bad. When you have to run jump throw it. So obviously you know the rule. Have my stream open on second monitor /phone /alt tab.
Yep. Open second monitor right now. I'm reading your chat like a greedy little penguin, waiting for some color.
So you just aim at this tree and you literally just run jump throw into the wall.
Okay.
And then it'll land, and then it'll expose itself, right?
Okay.
And then you have the full option to run down whatever you want. But yeah.
Okay.
Run throw eye onto building on the right. Much better. No, the intention of this eye is to allow you to early push down main. You don't need to throw it onto the building to the right. There's no point to throw it onto the building to the right. It doesn't really do anything differently. Might get more scans. Not better. I disagree. The point is to hit this deep main. That's the point of it. I disagree. Harder to shoot. Yeah, if you're like trying to actively fight, like if they've already crossed and you're trying to like throw eye up here to then actively fight, then sure. Anyways, the point of the eye is the point of the eye is just for straight information, chat. It's not. It's the point of the eye is not to actually get the scans off. I don't give a whether the scan goes off. The point of this eye is to figure out, are they B main? If they are B main, they will shoot it or whatever, right? That's the whole objective. If you're enjoying the content, feel free to join my Discord server linked below. This is where you can win a free coaching session for yourself, or you can subscribe and get a bunch of other benefits, like the ability to watch every single coaching session I've ever done. You can get your tracker reviewed live on stream, or you can sit in with me while I break down pro players' gameplay and explain why they do the things that they do. Or maybe you just want to enter sub wars and destroy some of my other subscribers live on stream. Anyways, enough selling out. Have a good one. Why are we dogging art if we're trying to pressure?
I wanted to make sure that we weren't going to get like hit from the back fast when I helped this guy.
Okay.
I'm so afraid of like the A flank.
Yeah, I think you worry about a lot of random things, like very bad time. You worry about perfect timings too often. Also, it's 5v3. Once again, you're overcomplicating the round. Just go
going link when we're up guns and shit. I think I turn around and go back to my teammates after a little bit.
I've showed this on stream quite often, but you're typically supposed to aim at the flowers.
Flowers. I aim at the 1 pixel.
That works as well. Okay.
It's an A.
Okay. Calm. Okay.
Sure.
So, when you're playing art, right? A lot of times when you're playing this angle, you're at a disadvantage. So what you want to do is really just intentionally jiggle it for information. If you're jiggling right here, right? You don't want to be ever jiggling with the intent to kill, but you can see right here, you jiggle, but then you stop. Like you dedicate your peak here, or as Woohoosian calls it, a deady peak, right? I don't know. I just say you peaked with an intent, right? Like you wanted to fight somebody. You should not. This angle is disadvantageous to you. You don't want to fight on this angle.
Okay. Is that just because there can be 2 people on that angle like there was?
Yeah, it's high. It's not only that there can be 2 people, but they can also be high-low as well, as you saw in that exact situation. Right? The elevation, so it's really hard to have proper crosshair placement there.
I see you. I see you.
But then you had really good awareness after seeing the rain on the minimap. It's a nice shot.
Sick ass shot. Good shit.
Okay. I guess you just didn't know the blast range, but there's that. Also, here, feel free to give up this and just like dog it to create pressure and like get them off of you. Just like back up and dog. But other than that, you're good.
30.
Oh yeah, so this is called a half clear. So what you did right here, right? You clear the angle, but you don't actually believe anybody's there. So there's actually no point in clearing the angle in the first place, right?
I already wrote it off, so I look away from it automatically, and then the motherfucker's already there. And I have to, like, flick that.
And if this fade wasn't terrible, she kills you and probably your Astra because you half clear it, right? Whenever you're clearing an angle, clear it with the intent to kill somebody, right? You should pretend that somebody is there. Otherwise, there's literally no point in clearing the damn angle.
This one, go towards me and I back so. Back there. Yeah, one's gotta be main.
One could come more.
So there's something you actually could have done here if you really thought like this round is kind of winnable. You could have ulted main. It would have told you how many people were A main, and then it would have given away that whether somebody or not was like backside, if that makes sense, right? So you could have used our ult here. And then it also would have distracted them with the dog, and then you could have isolated the other fights. Like you could have used your then eye to clear dugout specifically, and your other dog to then clear flower, right? And that would have been a better usage of our utility Don't forget your ult can tell you how many people are where in certain situations.
It's like for streeting, bro. It's like for streeting, bro.
So,
Good call.
and then here, okay, you need to know there comes a time and place where you need information. So notice how you guys have no information for a long period of time, right?
Yep.
When it comes to utility, at about the 1 minute mark, so every 20 seconds is like an interval in this game, right? Every two 20-second intervals equals a rechargeable comes back, and every 1 20-second interval is a time when you can use a one-time piece of utility in order to get information if you want to or you feel like you need to, right? So if you can't predict where they are, for example, they make noise at 128, you throw your eye at 120, right? And then from this point forward, they cut noise until a minute. And then at a minute, this is about the time because you've gotten 0 information on the map. You should be dogging here, right? You should be looking for some sort of information. Not only do you have 2 dogs, so you'll still have 1 for retake. But yeah, it's like you could walk closed door and then you could dog through art to figure out if they're are this side, and it'll give you information where they are. With your Astra jump spotting B long, and then you clearing out mid with your dog, what that essentially tells you is they're going A, and then you can call for early rotation. Does that make sense? It's about reading the map state about what's going on. It's pretty hard to do in the moment.
Every 20 seconds, you could use one of your like non-rechargeables.
Yeah, so basically every 20 seconds, like remember how we always talk about unless you have a specific plan, you don't actually want to use your rechargeable at the start of the round, just because just information isn't worth it when most people rush anyway, right? And they give you audio anyway. So unless you have your specific play, there's no real point in using your rechargeable utility. Although you want to make a play at the start of the round, right? Yeah. So you notice how you threw yours at 120, which is actually a really good time. You threw it at almost a perfect time frame, which is really good, right? You throw it for information, like, I want information mid after we got a kill. We're going to see if more people are here. This is good, right? And then, like, you know, it comes down to the 1 minute mark. You can use your dog at 120, but typically if you're using a dog at 120, you want to, like, actively look to take space. And you should only use a dog at 120 if you use your eye already.
Oh, by now. Yeah, I turn around now because the time is better.
So when your teammate dies here, you should just give a blink because you have your sky down here, right? So pay attention. Ready? Your teammate dies, you just give up this, right? You just say, hey, I'm gonna give up B link. Sky, can you pick it up? Sky tells you guys later if you're running down B long, you retake B long and you fight for A.
99 on
so I should probably just help out.
Because you're trying to, like, your teammate dies, but you're trying to maintain all the map control, right? So you even have the option, you do have this option where you can, like, sit here and, like, you can dog as you run away to make sure this is clear and nobody works up behind you, and then you go take this fight on the person here.
Okay, yeah.
So that is an option. But
that's
like,
what I was afraid of in my head. I don't want to, like, leave over here and have them go behind me.
Yeah, so if that's like your real fear, then you can do that. Or you can make another play where you walk forward. Instead of going back and picking this up, you can walk forward, and this is called reverse clearing. Right, this is an option where you go forward, you dog through your good old-fashioned mid, and then you end up pushing through mid, and you end up clearing it out yourself. So you go wide.
I would go through mid. And
You'd go through mid, then reback art. Yep.
Okay.
So that's called reverse clearing. This is the most common on maps like Haven, where a lot of times... Yeah, so this is most common on a map like Haven when you're rotating from A, because like Fade plays A a lot, right? So a lot of times when you're playing through A, you'll go through B, and then you'll dog from like close mid. You'll clear out all of close mid, then you'll just walk down mid with your gun out. You'll clear here, and then you'll either use your second dog to like clear the late lurk, if that makes sense, right? So you'll go close here, and then you can either just use a dog here, and you clear all of this. And then there you go. Now you're going back through mid, and then you have your eye for retake still. Eye in like whatever you may have, maybe an ult or something, or a tether to clear close, and then an eye for like default or whatever.
You want to force or just save? I think I get my art spot back now.
I think you just go light armor vandal here. I think you can go light armor vandal, right? Yeah, you can go light armor vandal.
Vandal.
Yeah, and you'll still be able to buy next round. Just go light armor vandal here.
I do my buys a lot, so I have enough money to buy full util in case I use it all in this round. Guess you're right. I probably should have just hit the van when I mean.
So use light armor vandal, and if the round becomes winnable, use your utility afterwards. Becomes more valuable for your teammates as like a pickup weapon as well. Higher probability to win gunfights, and then like if you see the opportunity to win the round, you can then use your utility to win the round.
Light armor vandal more.
Yeah, if you ever have the opportunity to, and you can still buy next round. So when you're dogging here, because of the 3-second change, like, you know, remember how they changed it from 2 seconds, 3 to 2.5 seconds? If you want to dog around this close cubby, you need to make sure you're at the edge. That is something that's important. And even then, dogging here doesn't actually I mean, I think it can attach onto this person, but it'll fade like immediately. But yeah, for this specific angle, like the 3-second change is really hard. I'll also show you another thing. It's when it comes down to over here in Link 2, if you're dogging from here, you actually can't get around to the back of elbow anymore with your dog. So you have to go in over this corner, and you have to dog from here if you want to get around the corner to clear back haul, if that makes sense.
Yeah. Okay.
So that's just, those are two things that changed about the fade dog. Also, the fade dog here changed a little bit as well. If you want to now go ahead and get it into this like little elbow area, you can't clear the back box where previously you could. But now if you're clearing the back box, understand you're using your dog intentionally to clear the back box.
Yeah, you have to use it only for the box and not for elbow.
Yeah, you can't use it for elbow anymore. So the 3-second change changed a lot of the way Fade works in terms of clearing things with her doggy meow meow kitten.
He's real. He kills. No, actually, wait, that's a scroll.
Okay, let me ask you a question. Is there anybody here capable of helping you take Link right now?
No.
So why are we dogging Link?
I wanted to go into Link.
Then why did you not walk forward with your dog? Okay, if you want to go into Link,
then I'm
here-
gonna be open, aren't I? Like,
here's what you can do,
there is
right?
someone
Just take the
there-
fight. Okay?
Yeah.
You want to go into Link?
Okay.
Here's what we do, okay? We're gonna
Okay.
come here, and if you're by yourself, you literally just peek this. Okay, nobody's here. You walk up with your gun. Nobody's here,
Yeah.
nobody's here, nobody's here. We dog from here. This allows us to now go into Link. Because it clears that, and then we
so
can
you,
peek
you
deep.
fight it first, and then you. Okay, I see. I'm a very reassuring presence.
Yeah, but before it used to be like, hey, can we go A? And you'd be like a little bitch about it. So this is progress, and I like that.
Because I'm also a Giga Chad.
You should have pushed up site here instead of trying to play main, and you should have just played with your raise.
I'm
That way, when
playing
you
main
when you scale
in my
with
brain.
your, because like when you scale with your sage, there's somebody could have been late art, could have killed
Oh,
your sage,
true.
and somebody also could have been late here, killing your sage, even though your raise is up here. So after you get your
Yeah.
sage into the secured position, then you just go push and you play backside with our, play here with your raise. That way you guys don't even have to worry about flank, and your sage can just pick up whatever angle she wants to.
Okay, yeah. We wouldn't have to worry about flank because me and Raze would be together.
Yep.
So I'm gonna go back in. Okay.